Good morning, student. This video content is the fourth part of the chapter Federalism, Class 10, Subject Social Science. Student, in this section, we will begin from the topic How is Federalism practiced in India? As we have discussed in the previous part, that framer of the Indian Constitution made some good provisions so that federal system in our country can be adopted after gaining independence. And over these years, after making a careful analysis, we can say that federal system has remained successful in our country. If you have to give credit, who should be given the credit? Should we give the credit that just because the constitutional provisions are made in a very good manner, that's why federalism has remained successful? No, student, it is not. You can say that constitutional provision might be necessary for the success of federalism, but that is not sufficient. The real success of federalism in India can be attributed to the nature of democratic politics in our country. Yes, student, this is one of the most important aspects, that the very success of federalism lie in the democratic political structure, democratic political tradition what exists in our country. This has ensured few more factors has remained. This has ensured that the spirit of federalism exists in our country. There exists the respect for diversity and desire among the people for living together. All these have become shared ideals in our country. All these have remained the cause for the success of federalism in our country, India. Let us, student, discuss one by one that what are those various ways in which success of federalism can be reflected. The creation of linguistic state was the first and major test for the democratic politics in our country. Student, in your textbook on the page number 18 and 19, two political map of India has been shown to you. One map is of year 1947 and another map is of the year 2019. So out between these two maps, if you will make a comparison, student, you will be surprised with the amount of changes what has taken place. Many old state which existed in 1947 has gone, and now new states have been created. Many new states has been formed on the basis of various factors that we shall discuss in the coming part. Areas, boundaries, name of the state, many things have been changed. Over this period of 1947 to 2019, you can say lot of change has taken place. Since 1947, we can say that the boundaries of several old states of India were changed to ensure that people who spoke the same language lived in the same state. I hope, student, you remember in your class 8, you studied that in the different parts of India, there was demand to make the state on the basis of language. You also studied that Andhra Pradesh was the first state in India which was made on the basis of Telugu language, as there was the demand from the Telugu speaking people that they wanted a separate state. You have studied about a person, Sri Potti Romulu, who made the demand, who went on hunger strike just to get the demand fulfilled. And when it all happened, initially the central government was little apprehensive about that whether they should fulfill the demand if it has been made to make the state on the basis of language, because there was a fear among the political leader that if one state will be given if one state will be formed on the basis of the language in different parts of India, as diverse language exists, there will be more and more demand. But it was only the initial phase. Later it was fulfilled by the central government, because the experience has shown that the formation of linguistic state has actually made the country more united. Just imagine if the demand made by the people speaking Telugu language could not have been formed, we could have been in a state of Sri Lanka where the Tamilians felt alienated. You can compare your country. Sri Lanka, where the Singla was imposed as a language. Singla was made a language which is supposed to be uh, compulsion for the Tamilian people. So there was a feeling of alienation. So you can say that by making a provision of formation of the state on the basis of language, we have made our federal structure getting stronger, we have made our unity ensured. It was not only the language, various other criterias were also there, like uh, culture, ethnicity, and or geography, you can say, that became the criteria for dividing states. Some of the states on these bases were Nagaland, Uttarakhand, and Jharkhand also. Second test for Indian Federation is the language policy. Let us discuss about it, student. Our constitution has not made any language, or our constitution has not given any language as the national language. However, Hindi has been identified as our official language. But we must not forget that only 40% of our population speak Hindi language. There are remaining states in which the Hindi is not common language, or the language what are spoken among the people of the country. To safeguard the interest of all the language, in our constitution provision are made that along with Hindi there are 21 other language recognized in as a scheduled language by the constitution. And because of this, student, you feel that people get the liberty to exercise their work in the language what they prefer. This year you people will appear in the board examination, and when you will get the board examination paper, you will get a choice that your paper will be in Hindi language as well as in English language. Similarly, another student who do not live in the Hindi speaking belt, say in Tamil Nadu or say in West Bengal, they will be getting the paper in the English language along with their local language. It means every person get the kind of satisfaction which itself gives an idea of a democratic tradition existing in our country. Along with this, student, states too have their own official language. Much of the government work do take place in official language of the concerned state. It means if there exists a state of West Bengal or state of Tamil Nadu or state of Andhra Pradesh, you will find that the work do take place in the language what are common spoken language of that particular part. Now you can compare your country with the Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka did not remain democratic in nature. The majority people have used the majoritarian policies where the minorities have been forced to adopt Singla as their only official language. And what was the result? As a result, the minority people started feeling alienated. In our country, things are much better. Moving to our next point, when the constitution was made, as we all understand that before we got independence, the official work was done in the English language because India was the colony of the British. After India attained independence, provision in the constitution was made that by the year 1965 the language English will be replaced. But many states which did not want Hindi to be used for the purpose of official work have given their opposition. The Tamil Nadu, where the movement took a violent turn, and then the central government responded by agreeing to continue use of English along with the Hindi for official purpose. This also gives an idea of the democratic tradition, because certain states were not willing to have only Hindi as our official language in the working of the parliament and other official purpose. Government has made the provision that English will remain in continuation. However, provision of the constitution was quite opposed to the entire idea. Then further moving to that, promotion of Hindi language, which was continued to be official policy of the government of India. Though government made the provision that work can be done in English as well as in Hindi, but government remained very clear that Hindi should be promoted. Hindi will be promoted as the official policy of the government of India. Promotion does not mean, but make the point clear, Promotion doesn't mean that the central government can impose Hindi on the state where people speak a different language. They had the liberty to do their work in English language or to use their language to which, to the area they belongs to. Now, apart from that, this all provision has made the thing more democratic. This provision has been made more flexible, and this flexible attitude shown by our Indian political leaders helped our country avoid the situation like what happened in the Sri Lanka. Student, one more way exists there in which the federalism has been strengthened in practice, and that is restructuring of relationship between the central and state government, or you can say restructuring of the entire relationship of the center and state. Look, one thing what we should be very clear, that the constitutional provisions which are made in the Indian Constitution for sharing of the power in a federal system actually work to a large extent on how the ruling party and its leader follow these provisions. Maybe number of provisions are made in the Constitution of India about how the power sharing arrangement will take place in the federal system, but actually it depends how the leaders and their political party follow these power sharing arrangement. For a long time, what happened, student, in the initial year of our independence, only one single party could have rule in the center as well as in the state. So there was no problem. There was no struggle between the center and state government. Most of the time, actually, state government did not exercise their right as autonomous federal unit because they were belonging from the one political party. Only trend started changing in the decades of 70s when the ruling party at the state level was different than the parties that ruled the center, and that's what the problem started. Center has started undermining the power of the state. I hope everyone has studied the Article 356 of Indian Constitution, which makes the provision of the presidential rule. It is a sort of emergency, student, that center can impose president rule in the state, and this particular provision has been misused many times by many of the governments at the center to sublime the power of the state government, and this provision remained for almost 20 to 25 years. The situation got changed only after 1990 when we could find that number of regional political parties emerged in various states, and it started with the new era of formation of coalition government. It was felt in this era that not a single party was able to form the government on its own. That is why there was an alliance in which the parties from the various states also have given their support to in the formation of the government at center, and this made the complete change. This led to a new culture of power sharing and respect for autonomy of state government. This trend was very remarkable in the uplifting of the democratic idea, in enhancement of the federal structure in our country. Along with this, there came further certain judgment from the Supreme Court that made it difficult for the central government to dismiss state government in an arbitrary manner. From last 15 years, we can say that the misuse, I should be using the word misuse of president rule has stopped. You can give whole credit to the coming of the coalition government. Ever since coalition government has become a common norms of formation of the government, because many regional parties are involved, center has stopped dominating over the state, or center has stopped undermining the power of the state government. The federal power sharing has become more effective today than it was in the early years of the constitution when it came into being. We can say that these all measures, whether the linguistic policy, whether the language policy, or the center state relation, all these measures have actually strengthened our federal structure. Our federal structure has become truly democratic in nature by making the more and more power sharing arrangement giving more space to the people in the different part of the country, respecting the diversity existing in the different part of the country, etc. Student, I would suggest you to go to the page number 22. Few questions are asked to you in the section Linguistic Diversity of India, which will help you to realize that how beautifully we have managed to deal with all the diversity existing in our country, how over the years we have remained successful. Also, some of the cartoons of coalition government and power sharing, financial power sharing of the states has been shown on page number 21. I would suggest you to go there, read it, try to understand what the cartoons are wanting to show you, and then you can ask the question if there remain certain doubts in your online classes. Now, in the next section and the last section of this chapter, we will discuss the decentralization in India. Thank you, students.